So the holidays are right around the corner, and you're wondering how to stay on track with your fitness goals. Hey everyone, it's Coach Julie, owner of Bodies by Colotti, located in Kingston, New York, and always online. Check out that link in our description. And if you're like me and you're getting into the holiday spirit, I have some tips for you today. So I know that the holidays can be very hard when it comes to staying on track to your fitness goals. But what if I told you there was a way to gain 0 pounds between Thanksgiving and New Year's? I know that sounds crazy and I'm gonna blow your mind. So the easiest way to not gain weight during the holidays is planning. And now most things that we talk about here are all about planning. And you should plan your meals, plan your parties, plan your workouts, always, but most importantly during the holiday season. Things can get chaotic. If you have kids, you have concerts to go to. Maybe you have some parent-teacher conferences. You have parties for your work, your spouse's work, your family, your friends. You start it with Friendsgiving. And there's always a reason to celebrate during the holidays, more so than any other time of year, right? And that's great because we all deserve to celebrate. We all deserve to be in the holiday spirit. But how do we do it while maintaining our goals? So if you're going to a holiday party at night, I suggest your lunch is a very big salad. And why is that? Because lettuce has fiber in it, so it's going to fill you up more than anything else. It's also got a lot of water in it. And the more water you have, the more fuller you're going to feel. So make sure you're drinking a ton of water before you go out. And when you get to that party, have a glass of water before you have anything else, and that will fill your stomach up right away. And you won't feel so tempted to pick every single appetizer as they're walking around or they're on the buffet. You'll eat reasonably. And yes, you're gonna have a cocktail or two if that's what you wanna do, and that is fine because you planned that day. You didn't have a big breakfast and a big lunch because you're saving your calories for the nighttime. Because remember, it's always calories in, calories out. So if you plan your meals before the party accordingly, then you'll be fine. And then the next day, make sure you eat a little bit lighter. And you might be even more hungry in the morning because you didn't have enough protein at night. Don't let those hunger cravings fool you. Get hydrated. Start drinking water. You're probably dehydrated because you had some cocktails the night before. So when you wake up the day after your party, drink water and drink some more water. Put some lemon in it, some fruit in it, and help detoxify your body so you can get ready for that day and get back on track, because you're not going to let that one cocktail party derail you from your goals. There's no need for that. So now you have 3 parties in a weekend. Your kids have a birthday party, you have a party with your friends, and you have a work party. What do? The same thing. You plan. So maybe on Saturday, you don't really eat all day. You have a very light lunch, which is just salad, and then you go out, and that's the day that you're gonna overindulge at the party because it's your work party and it's your favorite restaurant. So you know you're gonna love the food there, you love the cocktails. So just have a very light lunch, drink water in the morning, water in the afternoon, and you'll be fine, and drink water throughout the party. I like to have the rule of every drink you have that's alcoholic, have a glass of water. And that will help you, again, stay full and also stay hydrated. Because that's the big thing. When we wake up the next day, nobody likes being hungover. And if you're hungover, what do you want? You want salt, you want McDonald's, you want Wendy's, you want leftover pizza. You don't want anything healthy. You want a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. You want something that's gonna soak up that alcohol and make you feel better. And usually it's salt and fat. So we don't want that. So the more water you drink, the less likely you're gonna be hungover the next day. Now, you're at your kid's friend's birthday party, and there's nothing good to eat. You don't need to have a slice of cake. You can say no. It's okay. Myself, I don't really like cake, so I wouldn't eat it. I would just say, no, thank you. And that's okay. You don't need to eat off of your kid's plate. Again, eat before you go somewhere. That is my biggest tip I can give you during the holidays. Make sure you have a meal before you are going somewhere where you are going to be tempted to graze. And that's what we do during the holidays. We graze, but we're not cows. We don't need to graze. Okay, so we don't need to pick this, pick that, pick this, have some cake, have some punch. Like, there's no need for that. We don't do it all year round. You don't need to do it during the holidays. Now, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about potlucks. So you're going to a potluck dinner. Well, guess what? Now you are in full control of what you're eating. And you're like, but Julie, there's other food there. Yes, of course there is. But it's a potluck, so you have to bring a dish. So guess what? Make sure that dish is healthy. If you're making, one of my favorite recipes is, I call it chicken crack, and it's buffalo chicken dip. There's 2 ways to make it. The really unhealthy way, that's delicious, or the really healthy way that is just as delicious. I make my chicken crack with Greek yogurt, and you can't tell the difference. And it is delicious, and people eat it up, and then I tell them, that's healthy. They're like, what? So there are alternative ways of making bad food healthy. And, buffalo chicken dip is great. It's protein, there's cheese in there, there's some good fats. But when you're putting cream cheese and all this other stuff in it, it's just high calories. And, your little appetizer becomes the amount of a meal. That's not what you want at a potluck. So, make sure you're bringing something that you know is healthy and will keep you on track. And then if you don't eat anything else but what you brought, you just eat a little bit else of everything else, you'll be fine. And remember, at a potluck, you don't have to try everything. This isn't a buffet. You don't need to try everything. Just take what you want, take what you know is going to be semi-healthy, and take smaller portions. You don't need to fill your plate. All right, so make sure your plate is only half full at a potluck, because you don't know what these people are cooking with, and they're probably very high caloric foods. And again, before this, make sure you're having a salad before you go, a salad for lunch, and fill up on fiber that day. And you're gonna feel full, so you're not going to want to eat more. Because I don't know about you, I can't eat when I'm full. I feel like I'm gonna explode. Like, nobody likes that feeling. So you're not going to eat if you feel full. And of course, we really want the holiday spirit. So how can we make alcohol better for you? Well, there's things like vodka, and stay away from the juices. So you can do vodka tonic, vodka soda, vodka seltzer, gin. Rum has a lot of sugar in it, so you really want to stay away from that. And I'm a beer snob, so I love my beer, and I'm not swaying away from my beer even during the holidays. So I just plan accordingly to that. So if you're a beer drinker, just know that your drinks are going to have more calories, especially if you're an IPA drinker like myself. Like, they're going to have more calories, and I just plan ahead for that. I usually have a salad at dinner, and and that's okay because it's all planned. And at the end of the day, it all comes back to planning. But there's really good drinks during the holidays. They're putting a bunch of juice in it and a bunch of other stuff. So have one of those fancy drinks, but don't have 3 of them. Have one fancy drink and then switch to your vodka seltzer. That's your normal drink. Or if they have like a holiday sangria, that's not bad. Have the red one, and a lot of times, sometimes, yes, they put juice in it, but it's not as bad as the other drinks, especially if the drinks have rum in it. That has so much sugar, it's just gonna put you over that calorie intake. So remember that, like, everything can be done in moderation, and everything can be done in a way that is going to keep you on track by simple substitutions. And, we have these holiday recipes, and as you can see, some of these recipes, they're gonna blow your mind because you're like, that looks really good, but that's all healthy stuff. And yes, because all of this stuff can be made alternatively. So it's not too many calories. You're not overindulging, but you're still having these comfort holiday foods, they're just made in a healthier way. Your drinks are made in a better way because they're not filled with calories. If your cocktail has 500 calories, you're really gonna put yourself offset if you have a ton of parties during the holidays. And you don't wanna gain weight during the holidays. And most people here at Bodies by Colotti don't gain weight during the holidays because they do this with their food and they're still exercising. So make sure you check out those recipes I shared. I will put more in the comments, and let me know below what your favorite holiday recipe is with a healthy alternative. Happy holidays!